everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. I'm Em. I hope you all are doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about All-American Homecoming Season 2, Episode 6. This episode was called Free Your Mind, and I just want to jump right in because after this episode, after I talk about it, I will be officially caught up and ready for Monday, which is really exciting, and I'll finally be able to watch this season live. So I just want to jump right in. So the first thing I want to talk about with this episode is Thea, because she was a pretty big part of this episode. Of course, she's able to play tennis, or she got cleared, but she's still having some issues with her shoulder. She has inflammation, or it's like too much inflammation in her shoulder, and she might not be able to play for the rest of the season, which of course it's awful, and I get why she's so upset because it's her passion and that's what she wants to do. But I don't think it was a smart idea to take steroids. Of course, taking steroids when you're an athlete is just stupid and you shouldn't do it. I get if you want to be better, I get that, but you can get in serious trouble for doing that. And I get that that's her passion. I get it, but you shouldn't do steroids to be able to get back and better. She could wait and just heal and get ready for next season and just get prepared for that and just be the best then and get back into it then. And so I wish she did that, but I knew she was going to, because I said it last episode that I did hear about her using steroids, and I was hoping that wasn't true, but of course it is, and here we are. It doesn't surprise me that she used it. I always thought that she would. I don't know why. In Season 1, when she got injured in the finale, I had a feeling that sometime in this season, she was going to use steroids to get better and get back. And I've been thinking that since Season 1. In each episode this season, I've been thinking that she's going to do it. But it finally happened. I'm, of course, upset because I don't want her to do that, because she's gonna get in so much trouble when people find out, especially Damon. I think Damon's gonna get so upset and probably he might break up with her. I don't think that will happen, but there's a chance he might get really pissed off. He's gonna get pissed off, but he might break up with her. I really hope he doesn't. I think he will find out next episode. I don't know why. It just something is telling me he's going to find out next episode. Because in this promo, I did see it. I saw it a few days ago. I always see it on Twitter because I watch All American Live. And people always talk about Homecoming the next day as well. And I saw the promo, and I saw Thea on the bed, or on someone's bed. I think it was Damon's bed, but it might have been her bed. I'm not sure. Just in a bra and underwear, and I knew they were going to do it. I knew they were going to probably have sex eventually. I feel like she's going to try to do that, and he's going to figure it out somehow. I don't know why. I feel like it's going to blow up in her face eventually. I mean, of course it's going to. With Asher, when he used steroids, I forgot what season it was he used. I think might have been Season 2, maybe Season 3, but when they found out, it blew up in his face. I don't think that's why he stopped playing. Pretty sure he stopped playing because of a condition with his heart or his brain. I don't remember which one it was, but I remember he got in serious trouble for using steroids, I'm pretty sure. I think he got in serious trouble. I mean, maybe no one found out. I don't remember exactly because I try to block out everything with Asher, but I'm not sure. But I think it did. And of course it's gonna blow up in Thea's face when everyone finds out. Of course, the coach is probably going to find out really soon. Maybe next episode or the beginning of the second half of the season when we come back. Maybe that's when everyone will find out. Because you'll see her, how hard not how hard she's pushing, but somehow, she's feeling a bit better and her shoulder is getting better, fast. And probably going to be what the fuck, and probably figure it out like that. I don't know. I'm just worried because she's probably going to get kicked off the team. Maybe for the rest of her college experience. I really hope it's not that. I hope it's just for the rest of the season she gets kicked off. But it concerns me a bit that she's going to get kicked off completely. And, I mean, of course, using steroids when you're an athlete, you have to have consequences for that. like, of course, I don't pay attention to, like, sports. I don't watch it, like, a lot. I do occasionally when, like, my brother and my dad watch it and I'm there with them. I will watch it, but I don't really read about it. I don't know a lot about it, but I do know if you use steroids, it's wrong and you're going to get in serious trouble for it. And people get kicked off a team for using steroids. So I can't wait for that. Oh, that's going to be great. I'm terrified because, you know, you guys, if you're like new, you don't know this, but if you listen to my other episodes for homecoming, you know how much I love Thea and I just want her to be happy. And this is going to go to shit. But what bothers me is that guy, Rome, or whatever, I think that's his name, convinced her to do it. And I don't know if he's an assistant coach. I don't think he is, but he's always there, and I've never seen him play. If he's an assistant coach, that's so fucked up. I really hope he's not, and he's just like a person who helps the team. I don't know. Or if he's on the team, I don't know. You still shouldn't tell people to do steroids, especially if you're involved with the team. It's just not right, and you just shouldn't do it. It just upsets me so much when people use steroids. Of course, in sports shows, that's obviously going to happen, and it doesn't really surprise me that someone in the show did it because it happened in All-American, and then probably in all sports shows it's happened. I don't watch many sports-related shows. I think All-American is probably the only one I have watched. I watched 3 seasons of The Game when it was on Netflix, but I don't remember if that had any steroids in it. But, of course, like I said, in sports shows, they're going to use steroids, and that's going to be a storyline, which always upsets me because I just don't want that to happen, and I don't want them to lose their spots on the team. With Asher, I probably didn't care that much. Of course, I didn't want him to lose, like, his place on the team because that's his passion, but I didn't care much about him. It's completely different with Thea. Like, I don't want her to lose her spot. And I'm just so worried about her. She's, like, just in general, she's always going through, like, a ton of shit. Like, you know, her mom in last episode kind of being a bitch, kind of, I think. And then Damon having feelings for another girl while he's in a relationship with her and says he loves her, which I think he might. But he also has feelings for Simone, which is not good. And I'm very worried about that. But I'm just worried she's gonna push herself too much with like the steroids and become addicted or something. I know it's only 3 shots. I think that's what she said, or she's ready for the 3rd shot. I don't really understand I don't really know anything about steroids. Not really. I know like when you're severely ill, if you're ill, you might have to take it. Like when I was sick, like a while ago, I had some issues and I did have to take steroids. Like the doctor prescribed me them because I was sick, not because I was an athlete or anything. I would like to say that. I do not do sports. I'm not athletic whatsoever. I literally die when I have to walk up the stairs because I have some lung issues. But I remember I took like steroids, but they were medicine because the doctor prescribed them for me. So that's a little different. And that's like, those, I know about that. It's not much about the other ones. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to what the steroids were until I had to take them because I was very confused why I was supposed to, because I only heard about them in sports and I like was asking people about it and like my doctor prescribed me them, so it's fine. But because they were trying to get me stronger because I was like dying in the moment. I wasn't dying, but it felt like I was, and I was a literal wreck. So they had to give it to me to get me back stronger and so I wouldn't stop breathing. Yeah, that's a little insight about me. That was a fun-ass experience. Steroids fucked my life. I mean, they're really not great. Like, any steroids aren't great, but especially, I hated the medicine ones because I don't know what it did some stupid shit. It made me feel really bad about, like, not my mental health. It kind of made my mental health a little shitty, but it made, like, my insecurity is high. I don't know what it did. It did something because it was just trying to build my lungs up and get them stronger again because they were dying as I spoke and they were getting worse and worse by the day. But that was fun. I don't recommend. It was a shit show, and I actually got put on them again by my, like, I don't know what the doctor was called, like something with lungs. He did something with like asthma or whatever. And I got put on them again like a few months after because it got bad again. So, that was a fun-ass experience. Sorry about that little insight. I just wanted to bring that up because I know stuff about those steroids, kind of. I read a little bit about them because I was confused. But also, I don't know anything about the other one. But yeah, anyways, that's great with Thea. Very worried, as you can tell. I'm not really excited for what's going to happen next episode. I'm always scared for Thea, clearly, because she has like the worst luck with people. And so I really hope she doesn't get her heart broken next episode. Things don't go down. I just want her to have more friends as well, because I really like Nate and Thea's friendship. I know we got some of it, I think in episode 7 or 8. I don't remember which one it was. I remembered because I did an edit for her and I had to use some from an episode, but I forgot which one it was. That she had a lot of scenes with Nate and they were so cute. Like, their friendship was so cute. And I liked how in this episode we got to see Simone, Thea, and Nate all together helping Nate feel better because she broke up with Nico, which I'm really happy she did. I mean, she deserves so much better than that piece of shit. He's awful. Like, I've always hated Nico. Isn't that his name? I think that's his name. I've hated him since he popped up because I kind of sensed bad vibes from him just from what Keisha was saying as well. And so I'm happy she did break up with him, especially because he doesn't support her. You could tell that Nico doesn't support Nate at all, or pretty much at all. And of course, you could see that, and he didn't like her ideas, and he didn't want to use her ideas for any of the things, even though they were good ideas. And even the people, or the other people in that group or club or whatever it was, they wanted to use her ideas, but he didn't. And then when he finally agreed to let her do it, and she was doing her speech and everything, and it was like a really touching speech that meant a lot to her, and he walked out, and she tried to be like, okay, like, bring him up and thank him, and this man walked out. Like, what the fuck? You don't do that. That's so selfish to walk out of somebody's like performance and speech of something that's really important to them, especially when you're their significant other. You just shouldn't do that in general, even if you don't know the person and it's like a speech, especially like an emotional one, and means a lot to them. You shouldn't walk out at all, especially when you're the significant other, though. That's so stupid. You don't do that. So I'm really happy they broke up, though. I really hope Nate finds someone who's going to treat her better and not be a bitch to her, and just be a bitch in general too. Like, I already hated Nico enough for making them cancel family dinners, because that was like some of my favorite parts of the episodes. They were so much fun. But I'm happy Nate, stood her ground and like stood up to him and just said some shit, and she was right, as she should. I'm so happy. She deserves so much better. And I'm so happy Amara was there and kind of was like the mom, and it was still like a mom to all of them, and like hugged Nate, trying to make her feel better. And then, of course, we got Nate, Thea, and Simone, which I already kind of talked about, how much I love all of them together. And I like how Thea and Simone are kind of working out their differences, especially are okay with being around each other when it's for Nate, because she needs somebody to be with, or like people. I'm really sad Keisha wasn't there, especially when Nate was going through all that. That's her best friend. I wish Keisha was there. I mean, I get she was on vacation, or I think that's what they said. But, I really wish they had her there just to help her and kind of get through it and everything. But, yeah, I was really sad she wasn't there. But, it's okay. At least we got Nate with Simone and Thea. I was really happy about that. And I also loved how Nate wanted Simone to go to that PKZ, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, PKZ. That initiation meeting, and was helping her even though she was in a really kind of a dark place, but was really sad and going through it with the breakup, and was really like emotional. She still wanted Simone to go, and she's like, you're going, I don't care. And she was helping her get ready and everything. I loved that so much. And I love how Simone is branching out and doing like more than tennis. I was saying in this last episode that I want her to find a balance, and I'm happy she's trying. So I'm happy she's trying to get into a sorority and everything. I really like that, and I really want her to have more friends other than her little group, even though I absolutely adore the little group. I want Simone to have more friends and like outside of tennis as well, and just have some good like solid friends and like do more things other than tennis. So I'm happy, and I'm happy she got the initiation meeting, like got invited to that. But what pissed me off is she came, a little late to the meeting, and they wouldn't tell her like what time it was or anything. And also Tootie was trying to be like nice so she would make it, which is so stupid. Like, just be yourself. Like, I know like sometimes it might butt you in the ass and you like might not make it into like what you want, but it's better to be yourself than lie about yourself, and like be a fake and someone you're not, like Tootie was doing. You shouldn't do that, especially to get into a sorority. I've never had to do that, something like that, but I assume that they would want you to be yourself even if you're a bitch, just so they know who they're actually gonna get into the group. So I'm happy Tootie didn't get invited to the initiation meeting. I was so happy. I was so worried that Simone was gonna have to be like sisters with her, and I really did not want that, because that would have been stupid and awful, and I would feel so bad for her, because Tootie is such a bitch. I hate her so much, and Simone deserves to be in a group with like nice people who will actually care for her and be like sisters to her. So I really hope this works out, and I really hope she does actually make it in. I think because she got invited to the initiation, that means she got in, but I'm not 100% sure, because I don't know how this stuff works, because I don't pay attention to it, and I just don't know anything about this, so I don't know if that's how it works, but I hope it does. But that one girl that she kind of became friends with in there, I think her name was Melody or something, or Melanie, or one of those, and she tried to get the answer about when the meeting was, because they wouldn't tell her time, and she wasn't sure she was supposed to tell her. Like, okay, I get it, but then you should be nice and tell the people. And so I'm happy she did, but the fact that they changed the meeting and no one was there just pissed me off so much. Like, that's setting such a bad example for sisterhood. Like, if you're all about sisterhood, you would be nice and welcoming and open to everyone, not just people who show up on time. Like, I get you should show up on time. You should for like literally everything, or most things. But if you're running a little bit late, it's not the end of the world. Like, still give them the right time to go to do things. Like, don't be a bitch. And so they weren't sending that sisterhood message right with that, especially with her walking in and no one was there. So I'm happy that girl, I don't know what her name is, who's in charge of PKZ, or who's the head. PKZ apologized and said she was right about how that's not sisterhood and everything, and gave her, a second chance. I really did like that, because, I mean, yeah, it's not sisterhood to lie. And also, if, like, not tell people things, and also cancel, like, group or whatever when someone told someone they weren't supposed to or something. I don't know if that made any sense. I tried to word that right, but I don't know if that made sense. But I really hope we see more of like Simone in a sorority soon. I don't think we will this next episode because of what's going on with Lando and Damon. So I'm kind of sad. But with Lando and Damon, that whole thing at the end, finding out that he recorded videos of him practicing before he transferred, or I think he went before he transferred to Hawkins, or just before he transferred back, I don't know, but the fact that he was filming them and posted them online is just so messed up. Like, you just shouldn't do that, and I'm so mad because I wanted to like Lando. I want to like him, and I started to like him, but now I'm kind of like, oh fuck, like what am I gonna do? Because I want him to be with Simone, but then I don't want Simone to be with someone like that who would do some stupid ass shit. So I'm kind of conflicted. I hope they clear it up next episode, and maybe like the Hawkins or whatever, I think that's their name, but they were lying and Lando didn't actually do it and it was someone else. I really, really hope that's the case, because I just don't want to stop liking Lando because I really like him and I would like him to talk about it before I make a decision. But it's just so upsetting. I'm so pissed off about it because I really started to like him and I wanted him to like be a series regular next season if they get renewed, which will probably not happen. But I wanted that. I wanted him and Simone to be together. Now I don't know. I'm conflicted. I just don't know. I mean, I liked Lando a little more than Damon at one point. So now that this is happening, it's really upsetting to me because now I might like Damon more. They really like to fuck up who I like in these shows. Like, I'm so conflicted when drama and shit happens. I don't know what to do with myself, and I'm very confused and conflicted. But, you know, that it's just going well, and I'm so worried about next episode because I know there's, like, gonna be drama with Simone, Lando, and Damon because Simone doesn't believe Damon and wants to hear it from Lando and thinks they're just lying or whatever. And I get Damon's mad about that, but, I mean, we're going to need some proof because maybe Hawkins is pissed off about him leaving. You know, I'm going to need more proof also because I'm in denial. I like a little more proof, and I hope Damon doesn't jump to conclusions too quickly, even though he kind of already has. But I hope we get an answer before we figure it out, or before Simone makes a decision about guys, even though she shouldn't even have to make a decision about Damon. She should only have to do it about Lando because Damon is taken right now and he should be for the rest of the season because I don't want anything bad to happen. So, I mean, it's pissing me off, this whole love triangle thing. I just want it to be gone because Damon is I was about to say Damon's single. He's not. He's a taken man. He cannot be involved in a love triangle because I don't want my girl to get hurt, and I know that's gonna probably happen next episode. And you can tell that Damon still likes Simone and he kind of wants to know more about her, or not. What am I saying? Not know more about her, but wants to know more about Lando and her together because he was kind of asking about it, which I'm okay with because I would like to see him jealous, but then I also don't because he literally has a girlfriend that he claims he's in love with, so he needs to back the fuck off and not flip out over a girl. That's what I personally think, but, you know, people might disagree with me, and that's okay if you do. I mean, I won't get mad, but, you know, with Damon, I do want to talk about him and JR this episode because they were going through it. I was so confused what was going on with JR this whole episode because he didn't want to be, like, around Damon, or he didn't want Damon to come to his frat house. I think that's what it's called. First of all, I didn't even know JR was in a frat house, so I'm really happy they brought that up. Maybe they did before. I'm just, of course, an idiot and don't remember for some damn reason because I forgot half the things that happened in the second half of the season last season. So maybe they brought it up. I just don't remember. But the fact that he didn't want him going there with Jerry, like the recruit, and then also they've been asking JR to bring Damon around and he hasn't, and they want Damon to join. JR doesn't want that to happen, and he's just being kind of competitive and everything. I was confused at first, but I kind of get it that they share everything and he doesn't want to share everything with his little brother. You know, I completely get it. I really do. It makes sense. So, I mean, I don't blame him. I feel like if I was not the youngest and I had a younger sibling, I would 100% probably agree. I think. Maybe not 100%, but I would probably be on his side with that and kind of get where he's coming from. But, you know, I mean, probably there was a better way to say it, and just maybe not, like, be a bitch this whole episode and fight with him and almost scare away the recruit. Like, they need that recruit. Apparently he's, like, phenomenal, and they all wanted him, and thankfully they changed his mind, and I'm pretty sure he's coming here. But, you know, they gotta figure it out. I'm happy they talked about it and they're better now, and Damon understood, I think. I'm pretty sure he understood where he was coming from. But, you know, could be a better way to do it. Talk about it. And I mean, Damon, I wish he realized that, because it kind of does make sense that older siblings don't want to share everything with their younger sibling. I mean, I completely get that. Like, I know a lot of people don't, want to do that and like share things with their siblings, especially the younger ones, because sometimes the younger ones kind of follow along. Thankfully, I never did that. I don't think. Not really, because we have completely different interests. But, you know, JR could have done it a little differently. But I'm happy he was honest with him and told him at the end that that's what happened. Like, we share parents, team, or whatever. I know he said some other stuff as well, but I get you would want some stuff to yourself. And I completely get that. So I'm happy he was honest with Damon, but I just wish he told him a little bit sooner so Damon wasn't pissed off and they didn't have that fight and everything and almost scare away that poor guy. And I'm happy they got Jerry back because I really do like him so far. He seems pretty chill. I hope he comes back soon and we don't have to wait like the rest of the season. I really hope he does come back and we get to see more of him this season because I really like him. He's really interesting to me and he's also really cute. I really like him. So, I mean, I'm kind of down to see more of him. I always like when kind of new characters come in. Usually, it takes me a second to trust them. Sometimes I like just, they seem nice and I'm like on board until they betray me and do something stupid. But I usually like when new characters come on, especially with All American, because I want them to have more friends and like have new people and not just the same people over and over again. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing more of him. Hopefully that goes well and he actually does want to stay or come to school here. I think he did say he does, but I'm hoping he keeps that promise and still wants to. Hopefully. I mean, I hope. I would like to see more of him, and I think that would, like, bring some cool, like, not juice. I don't know what a good word is for that. I don't even know what I want to say. But I think that would, like, add some drama probably as well, because he might be better than Damon. I don't know if he is, but that would be cool if he is, and, like, everyone's, obsessed with him and thinks he's a better player than Damon. That would be cool. That actually would be cool. But, you know, I don't know. I think we're going to have to see. I don't know if he'll be in next episode. A part of me kind of thinks he won't, but I would like to think he is, and hopefully he drops in before the season ends. I guess I really hope that happens. But the next thing, and probably the last thing with this episode I want to talk about is Simone, because I did kind of bring up her thing with the sorority. I don't know why I was about to say fraternity or whatever that's called. So with the sororities, I already kind of brought that up, but I want to talk about her with tennis for a bit, even though I already kind of brought it up. She, of course, won Player of the Week or Player of the whatever. I think it was the week, maybe of the month. What was it? Player of the Week. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I had to look at it for a second. But yeah, she won Player of the Week, which I'm so proud of her. And I'm kind of sad we didn't get to see her improve, even though we kind of did. And we kind of saw her getting better. I'm sad we didn't get to see her last few matches that she won. I think it was the last 4 matches she won. And she's improving a lot, which I'm really happy for her. She has her focus on that. And even like, though the team is a bitch, the teammates, I don't know why I blanked out for a second. The teammates are bitches. Obviously, like, we know that. I'm happy she got it, and that didn't affect her playing ability. Didn't affect her. Why can't I think of words right now? Why can I not think of anything? Affect her. What the fuck is a word for that? Affect her game, whatever. Okay, we're just going with that because I don't know why I can't think of the word I wanted to say. I had it in my head and then it slipped. But it's not affecting how she plays and how, like, good she is, and her, like, she's practicing, she's getting better, and I'm really happy for her. But it pissed me off that no one was happy for her. Even the coach noticed that. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm so mad. I don't care if you don't like someone on your team. You should still clap if someone wins Player of the Week because it's a big deal. And so, I mean, it wouldn't cause any harm to just clap and be like, whoa, good job. Even though they don't like her, still clap, still be supportive. It is not hard to do. Like, even if I was on a team, sports team, which will never happen. Like I said, I'm not athletic at all because I have some issues, but still, that's not really, I don't think that's the reason I'm not athletic. But, you know, if I was on a team and someone I didn't really get along with won something, I would be happy for them because they're on the team. Even if I didn't get along with them, they're still on my team and we're teammates. Like, I would be happy for them. Like, it's not hard to just clap. Maybe, like, I wish someone clapped. I'm happy that Thea congratulated her. I'm so happy she did. It's like, oh, congratulations, because Thea won that, I think, 3 times in a row, like last year or something. I think that's what they said, or she won it up 3 times at one point. But I am happy that she congratulated her. I'm just happy someone did besides the coach, and just Thea, because I want them to be friends and everything. And I get that they're not happy because the team as a whole is losing and it's like a mess, but still, congratulate her. It's not that hard. And I'm happy that we got to see Thea talk about like how she's not threatened by Simone winning, because she won, like I said, she won 3 times at one point in a row, and she's still good, and she hasn't beaten her score record or whatever it was. I'm happy they talked about that, because a part of me kind of thought she would be. I don't know why, just because Simone's getting better and Thea can't play right now, or she just kind of can't. She's not allowed to play competitively yet. I'm happy they talked about that, but I get why Thea's not threatened yet. I don't think Simone is on Thea's level, and I don't think she will be for at least a while, especially now that she's on steroids and she's coming back. I think she's going to come back like better than ever and like really kick ass and go for it. Even though I'm not happy about her being on steroids, I'm low-key kind of excited for this. I don't know. I want to see how she is on them, and like just to see how like she improves and how like insane she's going to be on the court. I'm just really excited to see what happens, and I'm really excited for the next episode because I'm finally caught up. Like, I'm also excited because the episodes have been pretty good so far, and I'm liking it more than All-American. But the fact that I'm caught up now, and I'm finally going to be able to watch it live and get like the episode out after not like multiple weeks after, I'm just so excited, and I'm so excited to see what happens and just be able to watch it live and not get spoilers. But yeah, that's the end of this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you all enjoyed. My next episode should be out soon-ish, I hope. I think. I gotta see, because if I get this out, my plan is, when I'm recording this right now, it is Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. This will be out a lot later than that, but I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. It should be out on Monday if I get the other ones out the days I want to. This should be out on Monday, and then my next episode should be out like next few days after that for All-American and All-American Homecoming, because I watch All-American live since season 5 started airing, and I watched it live last season as well. But now that I'm caught up with this will be out, and I'll do that live. Hopefully they'll be out in the next few days. I think they should be. I mean, if plans change, things happen, so if anything happens, I will let you know. But yeah, thanks again for listening. Sorry this might have been chaotic. I'm literally a mess right now, and I don't know why. I'm trying to like talk more about a little bit with myself in this, so you know a little bit more about me. So that's why I brought up the steroids, also because it was brought up in the show, even though they're different, like the ones I had. I still don't know why I brought it up, but I want you guys to get to know me a little bit more. But again, thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll see you guys soon.